Greetings, queens and kings. If you stopping by, welcome back to your channel. Yeah, our channel. This is Sis Kathy Vet. Oh, I'm tired. It was a great weekend though. This weekend coming up is gonna be another Power Pack weekend. But I miss you guys. I know I have skits to catch up on. Some I watched last night. I'm gonna go over the ones I didn't. That came on, early this morning and go forward that way because so much happened. I'm not gonna be able to get into all those reviews, but I'm gonna pluck out the ones that I didn't watch and that I'm curious about because I like that particular storyline. So, and then you can just jump in there and maybe comment on some of the other ones that I have seen because I've seen some late last night, like Bethany and the whole thing at the fair, Brooke at the fair, Lord using Bethany's card. I did not like that. How she had all that mouth in the beginning when she saw them girls, but why you ain't stop them and snatch that card from that girl and not have her charge 100 tickets or whatever on Bethany's card? I think that was crazy. But anyway, that whole scenario, you know how Bethany is. You know how that was going to go down. She was going to show up. And the thing with the boyfriend talking to the other girl, I'm just tired of the drama with these girls. I'm just tired of the drama with Bethany, period, in those skits. I'm waiting on the day that Larry and Shara cross the line. That is definitely one I can't wait to review. But yeah, so, and we know that Amber heard from Anthony about Iman Shumpert at Shayla's house. He trying to act like he didn't care. He cared because he ran back over to Piari and complained to her, right? Piari ain't say a doggone word because, to be honest, Piari ain't got no loyalty to nobody as far as I'm concerned. He thinks she's the best friend, went and transferred money in her account, but little do he know, your girl knows about Iman. Iman and his friend been hanging out at her house. I'm sure Anthony wouldn't appreciate that, but so be it. Hey, this chick need to take that key away from him. I know that for sure. Having this man, in and out of your house. He don't stay there no more. He's back home with the wife. So why is he coming in your house? But that's neither here nor there. You know their relationship. He just wanted to vent, evidently, because after he got regurgitated on her all about Shayla and his love for her. Can you believe that? I knew it. I already knew it. He said what he had to say and he left. So you got any comments on any one of those, please put it. Feel free to talk about it here. But I want to get into this one because I love me some Natasha and Kendrick. And old Detective J came by. The question, Kendrick, he ain't feeling that. So come on here. Let's see what our boy feels about that. He is going to be upset. Don't play. Don't play with my Kendrick. I don't play about Kendrick, and he don't play about Natasha. Let's get in here.
Why are you so dressed up?
I just have some clothes on. I cut it out. Sit down, Kendrick.
You know I don't like this guy.
She's sad, Shane. You switching like that for Natasha? It's sad, Shane. Kendrick on nerves. My dear brother.
The Cross.
Hey, Detective Jones, man. I'm good. How are you?
Good to see you, big time.
Good to see you too, man.
It's been too long.
Yeah, been a minute. Not quite long enough, but
You two dressed similar today.
Kendrick said not long enough.
Well, I guess great minds think alike.
yeah, he's one of us here, right?
Well, look, I don't want to take too much of your time. I just have a little bit of information I wanted to divulge and ask a few questions, and I'll be on my way.
Ask a good question.
Oh yeah, you know what?
You know what? If you just
That sounds good. No worries whatsoever.
Now, Natasha, you're not gonna be doing my boy like you did Charles. Doggone good and well, Kendrick ain't take no coin. Got him up there being interrogated by this joker. Kendrick is fit to be tied.
Make sure you spray. How can I help you, brother? Say what?
Well, look, brother, like I was saying, I just dropped by because I think you and Natasha both know that we are trying to figure out what's going on with this heirloom, this coin. She's been quite upset. she reached out to me, and I felt that it was imperative that I come and do whatever I could to try to get to the bottom of it for her. So if you just give me about 5 minutes, brother, we can get to the end of this, and I can head on my way. You know,
You got 3, man.
hey, I take the 3, boss. I know you're a busy man. So could you give me some insight on what you know about this coin?
Listen, man, me and Rolanda have done a lot of investigating on this. I don't quite understand why I need to share. You're a detective, right?
I am a detective, and and I know you're an attorney, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
So
The best.
I understand that, but what you are the best at is pretty much sitting behind the desk and making sure the paperwork is done.
Wow.
I don't want you or Rolanda to come out here and get hurt, messing around with this man's work that I have to get done in this investigation, my brother.
Okay. So you think
Now he ain't had to come out there and say mess up with this man's work. Like Kendrick not a man. We're not gonna go there, Detective J, aka Detective Jones. We're not gonna go there, my brother.
you think I'm soft? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I'm just saying when you behind the desk making sure all the paperwork is done, you are out of harm's
I'm
way.
behind the desk dealing in facts, my brother. My brother.
Yeah.
And you understand with facts solves cases.
My brother.
Yeah, but you got to have an investigation to get to those facts, and it takes a real man to go out there and do some investigation.
It don't take a real man. It just take a dedicated man. You
Is
understand?
that right?
And sometimes you're a little, from what I know about you, your dedication ain't that great.
Well, I got 25 years of service in this city, and I'm sure there's quite a bit of people who make it a different case.
And you've been cheating the city for 20 years.
And I don't even begin to talk about
No, you ain't cheating the city.
quote unquote attorney business of yours. And I don't know how much service you've been to the community, but I do know that this investigation needs a real police officer, not a pretend investigator. A PI is what you used to call yourself, a pretend investigator.
Well, my record stands for itself. How's your record, my brother?
Is that right? Well, 25 years of service speaks for itself as well. And that is exactly why Natasha called me in to help her with this situation. And you said you were helping, clearly.
Natasha called you because she needs an assistant. You understand?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, she must be needing assistance for you in Roe because she called in the police with real investigative support. You must not remember, brother.
Yeah.
I've been working in the city solving problems for a long time, so I don't want to have a problem with you.
All right. Well, listen, detective.
Yes, sir.
I suggest that anything you need to find out,
Yeah.
you do something.
I don't know if Natasha just wanted to just make everything seem, fair with Detective Jones, like, no nothing, no cup unturned or whatever, so to speak, by throwing Kendrick in there, because she know good and well, Kendrick didn't do it, but she want to be on the safe side because she's not really trusting anybody right now, and as close as she is to Kendrick and love spending time with him and developing their friendship and more, I guess she just want to do her due diligence, and maybe Detective Jones would get some questions out of Kendrick and trip him up on some things that he told her. So, I mean, I get it. You something like this happened and you never know. But Kendrick was not feeling that. It's crazy.
Right?
That's exactly what I'm trying to do right now. But I think we reached the point right now where I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get the cooperation I need to do the detecting.
Trust me, as an attorney, I know my rights.
Yes.
And if you don't have a suspicion of me committing a crime, you don't need to be questioning me about nothing.
All right.
That part,
My brother.
With your law degree and your years of experience, I think you do understand that this investigation will come to a head.
It will.
And
It'll come to a head when I make it come to a
Okay,
head.
I just think that maybe let's put some space between us. Okay.
I think I've done enough here this morning. I've got quite a few things on my docket today, and I want you all to go ahead and have a wonderful day today. Brother Cross, you've done enough.
We will.
I appreciate that.
Thank
Tasha.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So
I'll be in
much.
contact.
Bye-bye.
Brother Cross, you be good, boss.
Yeah, you too, man. Smelling like Stetson. I don't understand why is he here?
Smelling like
This man is
Stetson.
questioning me about something he ain't got no business
Just write
questioning me
it.
about.
You're not even a suspect. Just answer the question.
I'm not a suspect. That's why I didn't answer it.
My man said, smelling like that old man Stetson, right? Y'all remember that Stetson cologne? That goes right down with Old Spice and Old English and all that other stuff, right? But that was too funny. Kendrick is not playing. Kendrick is not playing about Natasha. He don't like Detective Jones. Them two are rivals. They bumped heads forever. So they was not feeling that. Tried to be cordial, but y'all saw the pettiness coming out with them two. I love the comedy. I love the comedy. Did you spray the bathroom, Natasha? I hope so, because Kendrick said you better spray. They are too funny. So I don't know what it's gonna go after that. I guess they just have to have Lieutenant Jones go in there and do his due diligence, but he better go out there and do his due diligence with the coin man and his quote unquote son and daughter. That's where he need to be at. He need to be in North Carolina questioning. You got Charles. Next person he need to question is Dawn. I wonder if he gonna question Dawn. When is that coming up? Leave Kendrick alone. But you need to get to these real criminals. So how's everybody? How was your weekend? I forgot to ask you that earlier when I told you I had a power pack week, but I did. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope we're feeling well. I know some people are getting a little sick because the weather's getting a little crazy. And then we got to keep our immune systems up. It's that time. It's starting to get chilly, breaking away from the summer. Fall is here. 1 minute, it's cold in the morning and hot in the night. In the afternoon, you can't. You don't know what you could get, especially come October. Who knows? The weather gets a little bipolar. But you guys, yesterday I had my first. I participated in my first because there was a movie premiere for a film early in the year that I did. I couldn't make that premiere. I had a little small role in that. This one I had a role, nothing major, but it was still a nice role. What I absolutely love. It was a movie called The Child. We had our premiere at the Kent Theater in Brooklyn yesterday, with director, producer, writer Jermaine Smith from the Brand TV. Matter of fact, Jermaine had produced, directed, and written a film called A Piece of Me, which was DeVal Ellis's one of his first movies that he did. DeVal was also from Brooklyn. Him and his wife Kadeen, they were in this film. You can go on Tubi and find it. A Piece of Me. Jermaine Smith had did that, and it's great seeing how DeVal got started. Him and his wife did really good in that movie, and you see how far DeVal Ellis has gotten. So I'm proud of Jermaine and his work. When he has projects, he looks out for his sister. So I totally appreciate him. The movie The Child is basically a film about a teacher, Miss Johnson, and bumping heads with the administration. She loves her class, she loves her students, but they think there may be a little favoritism on one student that may be possibly dealing with abuse in his home, but by the mom, and the mom is the teacher's best friend. So it gets a little crazy, but it also deals with issues children go through in school. They may go through bullying, they may be going through developmental issues, being on a spectrum, and how we as a collective, not just the parents, but how the parents really need to show up for their students, because a lot don't. They put it all on the teacher, but it takes a village to protect our youth. So down from the parents to the teachers to the administration to the guidance counselors, we all have to come together, right, and fight this battle when it comes to making sure our children are properly educated, make sure they get all the needs and resources they need for whatever issues they may have, and make sure that they are being taught in a very calm, peaceful, happy environment, right? No bullying allowed. So, we deal with all, the film dealt with those dynamics. Not so much the bullying part, even though that's what a lot of our youth deal with, but really how we have to be a team. And sometimes some of us, the components and pieces of the puzzle fall short. Some let it all weigh on one person, and we can't do that. So it was a very touching film. Everybody that was in attendance, it was a packed movie room, and I'm just so happy for everyone that came out. And it really, they loved it. They want to be a part two, because it left it where there could still be some questions. We want to know what happened with some of the main characters. So I love that. I played Miss Robinson, a nosy, gossiping school secretary. I loved it. I loved the role. It was fun. It was a heavy subject throughout the movie. So I got to bring a little humor, a little levity to it. So I saw the audience laughing at my character. So I'm happy that they were pleased with it, and I did my job. So yes, again, I'd like to thank Jermaine Stewart from Everyday the Brand TV. Because yeah, he looked out for his sister as I'm growing, and with my acting chops in this amazing industry that I've dreamed of since a little girl. So every opportunity I get to just do what I love, I'm blessed and I'm very grateful. So I hope we had a nice Sunday, nice Saturday, and we'll have a great week. So let's get in here and see what other skits we can do. Like, share, tag, subscribe, welcome all new members, and on to the next. Peace. Love you.